Hello class, good day, and I'm back. Sir Kevin here for our marketing management subject, and today we'll be discussing about Chapter 8, developing new products and managing the product life cycle. How to create products. Of course, we have done through the differentiation and positioning strategies, and out of that positioning strategies and differentiation we can able to make different strategies internally. So after seeing the market, what can you do? No? What is that what ideas you can get from the market that you can do with your products. So let's tackle this lesson, and we'll run through our learning objectives. First, you're able to explain how companies find and develop new product ideas. Of course, we have through with that in the past. Two, list and define the steps in the new product development process and the major consideration in managing the process. Number three, describe these stages of the product life cycle and how marketing strategies change during the product life cycle. Number four, you discuss two additional product and services issues, being socially responsible product decisions and international products and services marketing. So, uh, paano gumawa ng product is our question, and we'll be digging about the concept and idea generation and product development. So, new product development strategies, the development of original products, product improvements, product modification, and new brands through the firm's own product and development efforts. So, ibig sabihin nito is you generate ideas out of different environment, especially yung mga bago, no? New product development. Look at this. We can create new products out of different ways. First, we can invent. Now, number one is to invent. You are making something out of the scratch, out of nothing, na wala pang ganyan. Ikalawa, we can do duplication. No? What is duplication? We can able to make products na ginagawa ng iba, no? Na ginagawang strategy ng iba at ina-apply mo dun sa pinopropose mong idea or sa business, no? That's duplication. No? And then we also have expansion, wherein you develop or modify, as the definition mentioned, no? That yung meron ka is mo-modify mo para makagawa ka ng bagong produkto. And lastly, we have what we call synthesis, wherein you apply two or three of combination of those new product development strategies to for you to be able to come up with a new product as well. So, it's very expensive, and it relates to cost, no, significant cost, in especially in marketing research, no? Okay. So, why do new products fail? No? Why do new products fail? Nabanggit na din natin to in the past, that marketing myopia may be also a problem, no? So, it's overestimation of the market size. Ibig sabihin nito, mali ang estimate natin sa market, no? Sobrang dami, or we thought that ganito kalaki yung market natin. The product design problems, it's internal naman, which are the ergonomics and other issues related to the product. Incorrect positioning, price, and advertising. So, probably your strategies outside of that product ay hindi tumutugma dun sa market. No? What I mentioned in the past, when we do market positioning and differentiation, we get to make strategies na in relevance to our market. So, yung tamang effort para sa tamang tao. What effort? What marketing strategy, piece of marketing is applicable? So, if your market will be this market na mahina yung purchasing power, of course, you need to price it competitively na maging favorable sa kanila. So, look at that. No? And pushed by high-level executive despite of poor marketing research findings. At so many instances, it depends on the, of course, the final decision makers, wherein They try to push this regardless of the research findings. And over cost, at sometimes product fail because of their price, coming from inherent cost from development and research. And lastly is competitive reaction, wherein this is an external side of the failure, wherein we are getting outsmarted or out marketed, out strategized by our competition. So that's those are the reasons for the failure. So we have different process, step by step, on developing new product ideas. First is we can generate idea, no? Where will be idea will be coming from? We'll be discussing that later. Idea screening, concept development, market strategy development, business analysis, product development, test marketing, and commercialization. So let's talk about how can we launch new products. So ganito po yan. Now, let's start with the idea generation. So, of course, we have discussed that in the past, that we are scanning the environment and we make segmentation and differentiation strategies. So, idea generation are coming from different sources. Remember, we have what we call the internal and external environment. No, that's called the whole marketing landscape. No, so first is the internal sources, which are your company employees at all levels, that they give idea, because at the very least they know what do company do, no, what's your where's your company going, no, and also alam nila yung mga target markets and the segments you belong to. So of course it may be valuable, no, again it may be valuable because it needs to be studied. Okay, so baka meron silang ideya. Look at the different movies that dinidepict nila yung paano nag-generate ng idea out of the members of the organization. And also, particularly, one of our past lectures talked about gaining customer insights, wherein primarily we get to see the insights of the environment outside our employees. So we may talk to the customers, the competitors as well. We can scan the competitors. What are they doing? And that's why I've laid down different ways to create new products earlier. No? So distributors, the suppliers, and outsourcing companies, or your partners in the business. No? Okay, that's the idea generation. The information are coming from the environment. Now, you need to screen the ideas. Of course, not all ideas may be significant, may be relevant, or maybe way, no, what do you call that? Valuable to the decision making. Of course, you need to screen them. You need to filter them. So, this is the process used to spot good ideas and drop poor lines. No? So executive provides a description of the product along with estimates of the market size, product price, development time and costs, manufacturing cost and rate of return, evaluated against a set of company criteria for new products. So dito na papasok yung management side. After getting the idea generation, that is gaining insights from the customers, no? Titingnan mo, do your resource can you do that? Do you have that resources? No? Also, is this relevant to the company's vision and mission? No, as well as those concerns. No, as well as the product price. No, after knowing if you can do that, price can be discussed as part of the consideration. So you'll be screening that. No, you'll be screening those ideas out of the criteria that the company have for developing a new product. So please remember those. And then after screening the ideas, you need to concept develop to do the concept development and testing. Of course, at some point it's what we call dry runs, also prototypes, no? Sinusubukan nyo how will the market react with this, no? and how will it look, no? So the product idea is for a possible product that the company can see itself offering to the market. So that's the idea. No, ano yung nakikita kong i-offer ko sa market? This is the idea. Uh, that is the basis for the product concept naman. Your product concept is the detailed version of the new product idea stated in meaningful consumer terms. So what is that? No? So pinapakita mo ngayon ano yung expect nila aside dun sa nakikita mo. No, that's the product idea, but the details of the product itself. No, so mostly kung nanonood kayo, nakakita nyo sa mga social media sites that there are leakage of the specifications of products. That's part of the product concept. No? Lastly, we have what we call the concept testing. No? Testing new product concept with groups of targeted customers to find out if the concepts have strong consumer appeal. If you remember in the data analytics part of our lesson in gaining customer insights, no, we get to ask people, we get to get their insights, no, as well as in new product development, to continue the process of developing a new product, you need to know out of your specific market, no, target consumers, kung ano yung magiging appeal, no, nung product na yan. At some point they are showing review products, no, that's concept testing. At some point they're calling those engineering units para gamitin nila at makita what will be the reaction of the market whenever they see that, no? Okay. And your marketing strategy development has three parts. So please look at this. So part 1 is describe the target market, the planned value proposition, the sales, market share, and the profit goals. So internal yan. Generally, what do the company wants? Part 2 is outlines the product's plan price, distribution, and the marketing budget. So, paano mo yan ilalabas? That's the part 2. So, kanina is what the company wants, no, na end goal. Part 2 talks about the uh, how will you launch that and paano yun makikita, paano yun mapaprice. Lastly, describe the planned long-run sales and profit goals, the marketing mix strategies. No? So this is the summary and generalization of that target market, the plan. Kumbaga, you're converting those development process into what you expect na makuha with this new development of the product. Then we have what we call the business analysis. No? What is business analysis? It involves a review of sales, costs, and profit projections to assess fit the company with the company objectives. And if a result is positive, project moves to the product development phase. No? So if there's a good response from the market, it's good to push, no, to a product development phase. No? So can you reach the projections? Is the market reacting well, no? And di ba masyadong malulugi yung company if you'll be doing this and the likes. So business analysis is prior to the commercialization of a product, you're getting to know what are the pros and cons, no, actual probably a hint of the pros and cons, no, prior to the launching of the product. So by that way, after you analyze and there are positivities present and opportunities present in that what we call that business analysis. So you may proceed to product development. So it develops concept into a physical product, no, actual product, no, pina-finalize yung products, and calls for a large jump in investment, just the same thing with the vaccine, no, the what they develop in the of course dumaan yan dun sa concepts, that's idea generation, the screening, no, and the business analysis as well, no. So dito na sila sa product development because they have tested this to the target market, no? Of course, the target market will be the users of the vaccine, no? So, ngayon dine-develop na nila yung concept into a physical product kasi yung mga results nagiging positive, no? I hope that you are aware of this process in the vaccine race, no? So, it calls for a large jump in investment because at this point you will be producing na, no? You will be producing na. And also the what do you call it, the human trials, the prototypes are made. Now, prototypes must have correct physical features and convey physical characteristics. So, prototypes are subject to physical test. So, yung susubukan nila, no? Una, what they call that clinical trial, and then the human trial, that's the phase 3. No, and then the phase 3 meron pang for a limited number of people, tapos padami ng padami hanggang sa ma-prove nila that the product is really safe and good for commercialization. So those are what we call prototypes, no? Basically this is it, no? Of course, should there will be problems with the prototype prior to the commercialization, naayos na yan. Okay? And then yun nga, that leads us to na-develop na yung product nila, tinetest nga to sa market. So, product and marketing program are introduced in a more realistic market setting. So, ito na yung actual. Ito yung sinasabi ko. If napunta tayo sa product development, pinapakita mo yung prototype, sinusubukan yan. No? Sinusubukan yan. So, product and marketing programs are introduced in a more realistic market and not needed for all products. Hindi naman laging kailangan. But if this breach, uh, of course, considerations are satisfaction and then safety, tinetest yung mga yan. No, even just like the motorcycle, they try aerodynamics, no, and even the car manufacturing, no, testing yan, then sinusubukan yung mga prototypes, ang mga racer ang gumagamit, uh, racing people ang gumagamit niya. So, can be expensive and time consuming as well, but better than making a major marketing mistake. No, kasi nga, susubukan mo muna, no? Sa product development, balik lang tayo ng konti. The product development, even in the manufacturing of phones, no? They try part of the product development, they try to get the certification for waterproofing and dust proofing. So sinusubukan 'yan para it will take time and consume money because they will be researching kung they can claim that these products are really waterproof or dust proof. That's why it's tantamount to higher models of with higher price. No? So ganun 'yung nangyayari. Hindi pwede ibigay na lang lahat because it involves costs, no? And of course, tinetest nga 'yan. So can be expensive and time consuming, but better than making a major marketing mistakes. No? So this happens and whenever hindi natetest na masyado 'yan, tapos na-commercialize 'yan, at some point they are recalling these products, no? Binabalik 'yan, no? Kino-call out 'yan ng company, no, para ibalik sa kanila. Because particularly nagkaroon ng mga issues diyan sa mga kotse, sa mga motor, even phones are called out because of the safety issues. If you remember, one mobile phone manufacturer ang isang phone niya sumasabog for some reasons, no? Yun, that's part of the mistake, no? And yun nga, the commercialization is the launching of the product. But one important marketing decision that you do whenever you push with the commercialization is you must decide with the timing. If you remember, bakit hindi na ilalabas na lang kagad-agad yan? No. That's why they try to hit up on a launch date, no? Yan, iPhone will be releasing that's part of the launch date. Their timing, of course, it depends with the competition and what's within the environment. O baka meron na niyan and so on. No, maraming consideration when it comes to timing. At some point, magaganda yung mga ideas but it so happen na wrong timing lang. no? Minsan pumapalpak yung ibang mga products because of the wrong timing. And you must decide on where to introduce the product. Of course, you need to understand the market. That's why you need to go back with the analyzing and gaining customer insights. Saan ka magpapalabas niyan? So dito lalabas yung galing mo sa market segmentation and market targeting, wherein you get to pinpoint saan ka alam mong pwedeng kumita, maging profitable, madaming bumili dun sa produkto mo. And lastly, you must develop a market rollout plan. So, how will you do that? That leads us to our different marketing strategy. Paano mo ilalabas yan? Kailan? And magkano yung presyo niyan, ano yung promotions present. If you remember, after the market segmentation, market positioning and differentiation strategy, you get to think about the four basic piece or four piece of marketing. Basic muna tayo. Four piece of marketing at pinakauna dyan is the product. Of course, it's really important. No? Among any other piece of marketing, of course, these are the physical things that give satisfaction to the customers, or tangible and tangible things that you offer to the customers. So it's really necessary that you do this well. You must develop a plan well. Okay? So, managing a new product development is there are what we call customer-centered new product development, wherein you're focusing on finding ways to solve customer problems and create more satisfying experiences. That's why many of the companies now are developing products out of the market insights. Now, if you understand this, that why they are developing um, up updated products, wherein tulad ng mga applications natin, they roll out new versions of Android, no, the applications, no, okay, the following week may mga upgraded version yan. Of course, they try to solve problems, no, to create more satisfying experiences, no. Dati wala namang ganyan, ngayon meron na, no. So those are the things that solved by the managing new product development. Okay? So, there's what we call team-based new product development. That's various company departments work closely together, overlapping the steps in the product development, uh, overlapping process in the product development, innovation, steps in the product development process to save time and increase effectiveness. No? So, ibig sabihin, they try to develop out of that team, no? Nakikita nila, especially the engineering. And they have what they call the uh, systematic new product development. Innovations and management systems collect, review, and evaluate those new product ideas. Okay? So, the there's what we call the product life cycle. I know you have heard this, and at some point we get to think about the one concept in science. What goes up must go down. That's the law of gravity. Of course, everything has weight. In so many instances, these are the challenges that the marketers and decision makers had to deal about. No? Para siyang bundok. There's a slope up and there's a trend downwards. No? And of course, your idea of marketing is you get there dun sa taas. No? But the challenge is, how can you maintain that you're always at the top? That's the significant stress, no? In fact, sabi nila madaling makakyat, pero yung magstay sa taas mahirap, no? Depende yan sa market. So let's discuss the product life cycle, no? The product life cycle is the course of a product sales and profit and in its lifetime. So it involves 5 distinct stages. Kung ang tao has this life cycle, ganun din ang product. So there's an artificial life cycle where a product you get to do product development, the introduction, growth, maturity, and decline. So the product development, yung nabanggit natin kanina is just yun nga, yung conceptualization and the building of the product. And yung ikalawa is the introduction of the product. So when you start commercialization, of course, when you do introduction, maraming mga bigat yan, maraming mga challenges yan. And then you get to go to the growth, tataas yan, yung market mo, and then you'll be achieving maturity and you go to decline, no? Of course, another challenge yan ng marketer, yung hindi umabot ng decline, no? Ganun din sa buhay, nabuo ka, that's a product development, and you get to introduce na bata, and then you grow, then you mature. Darating yung time na hihina yung energy mo. No, that's the same thing. So, we apply the product life cycle. We have what we call the product class. That's the highest, longest life cycle. Then the product form tends to have the standard PLC or the product life cycle. The brand can change quickly because of changing competitive attacks and responses. Then your style is a basic and distinctive mode of expression. Then fashion is a popular style in a given field. So, fads is a result in a temporary period of unusually high sales driven by consumer enthusiasm. Fads decline quickly. No? So, meron kasing binalabas, bago yan, tapos biglang nawala. No? Look at, what do you call that? The fidget spinner wherein lumakas yung enthusiasm ng tao, tapos biglang nawala. No? Of course, there are reasons why. No? Na nag-decline din kaagad yung ano. So, there are always problem in the product PLC or product life cycle. So when used carefully, the PLC may help to develop good marketing strategy. You get to see ano yung position mo sa market, saan ka na. Then, however, in practice, it is difficult to forecast sales level, length of each stage, and the shape of product life cycle. And you develop market strategies because the strategy is both a cause and a result of the PLC. No? Then marketers should avoid blindly pushing products to the next stage and instead seek ways to rescue products and grow sales. So nakikita mo, you have the picture now what to do next. No? So whenever you do introduction, of course you're through with the product development. Look at this. You get to be introduced. And of course, hindi ka pa kilala. So, low market share ka pa. So, sales is low. And of course, cost will be high for per customer because it involves the product development costs. No? At some point, the profit may be low, no? Or even negative. Then, your customers are those who are trying something new. No? And your competitors may be few. No? That's the product life cycle. Andun ka muna sa dun sa introduction phase. No? Then the marketing objective is to create a product awareness and trial. Yung subukan lang muna yung produkto. So yun 'yon. No? So andito ka. No? Next we go to the of course marketing strategy muna tayo. So you offer a basic product. No? On a price, use a cost plus pricing. Kasi nga, bago ka lang. No? Distribution, build a selective distribution. Paano mo i-distribute yan? Of course, when you roll out that, you need to think about it. And then, susubukan mo lang bago ka pa lang then, saka ka na lang mag-expand. No? Advertising, build product awareness among early adopters and dealers. Of course, you need to create that awareness first. Bagong produkto. So, introduce mo siya. So, advertisements relating to oy, bagong produkto, no? That what are the benefits mostly ang papakita natin. Then promotion, use heavy promotion to entice product trial, no? Dahil introductory yan, pinapasubok mo, meron kang mabibigat na mga gastusin diyan in terms of actual promotion. Then we go to the growth stage. After the introduction, whenever you're trying to extend your market, lumalawak yung market mo, it is rapidly rising. Ito pa, packet na tayo ng bundok. No? Packet na ng bundok. So, you just visualize that. No? Then, average cost per customer, ibig sabihin, napa-flatten mo na yung costing. Of course, bumababa na kasi yung fixed cost. Dahil padami na naman ng padami yung pwedeng bumiling customer sa'yo. So, pwede ka nang magkaroon ng outside that introductory price. You can make strategies out of that. And then, profit, rising profit, packet na yung profit natin. And your customers, hindi lang ng mga gustong sumubok ng bago, kundi kahit pa paano may napapatunayan na. And your competitors are growing na. No? Ibig sabihin nito, padami na yung kalaban mo dahil nade-develop yung product at yung market dyan. And of course, our marketing objective here is palawakin yung yung extent ng market natin. So from that introduction, dahil very limited yung market, of course, nakikita mo ngayon na may potential, so palalawakin mo yan. So that's, you maximize our market share. And then, we go to the growth. Growth of the PLC strategies. Offer product extension, service, and warranty para ikaw na sa'yo na bibili. No, masubukan ka at sa'yo na bibili kasi marami kang options. The price to penetrate the market kasi nga, naging average na yung cost mo. Then distribution is to build intensive distribution. Kanyang pinapalaki mo yung market mo, so you need to be intensive. No? Magiging aggressive ka sa pagdi-distribute. You'll be available to anywhere. Build awareness and interest to the mass market. No? So, mas makilala ka. No? Kasi nga, lumalaki na yung market mo, kaya kailangan mo rin mag-advertise better. No? Mas malaki. Aside dun sa awareness, but also the interests. And promotion is to reduce to take advantage of heavy consumer demand. No? Okay. So, we go now to the maturity wherein you get to be there at the peak. No? Nasa tuktok ka. So, that's, yun nga, sabi ng sales, it's the peak sales. So, dahil sobrang patag na yung fixed cost mo, nadidistribute na yan per customer. So, low cost na yan. No? Dito na magpe-payback, no? Payback in terms of your accounting and finance. So, it's payback period, that's the high profits. Your customer will be the middle majority. Competitors should be stable, number beginning to decline because meron ng nakukuha na yung malaking market, that's the maturity. That's why lumalampas na, no? At hindi na nag-iinteresado iba kasi nga hawak mo na yung market. And the marketing objective is to maximize profit while defending market share, no? Ito yung binabanggit ko kanina. It doesn't end on being at the top. You should stay at the top, no? Especially in that product segment. No, you need to maximize your profit while defending the market share. No? It's so pretty obvious that some of our market may not be loyal to our products. That is why you need to defend that market share. No? In some point, whenever customers in accordance with our physiological needs, as well as the theory marginal utility concept in economics, whenever companies do not get satisfaction or what you call that utility coming from your product, no, umaalis yan, no, o kaya nagsasawa na, no, nagtatry na ibang bago. That is why you need to establish, no, strategies that will defend your market share or to boost your customer relationship management. Your strategies is to diversify brand and models para masabi nila, paano pa ako lilipat? Meron naman dito. Trusted na to. The prices match our best competitors. No? Ito nakakapag ano na tayo ng strategy in terms of pricing. Kasi nga, nandun na tayo sa maturity phase dahil andun na rin yung profits natin. Yun nga, distribution will be more intensive. Advertising stress brand differences and benefits. Kasi nga, nauna ka or you are at the maturity stage. So, of course, you need to stress out to the market. You need to let them know, ay, we are the most trusted. Customers are loyal. That is what established brand are doing in their advertising. Promotion is to encourage brand switching. No? Of course, lalo na kung na-saturate mo yung market at you have that great biggest market share. Of course, what you want to do is people would consider switching, lalo na yung mga hindi talaga bumibili sa'yo. No? So, they need to switch. Okay? But punta sa'yo. So, your maturity stage also used to manage the PLC during maturity stage. You need to modify the market or modify the product or modify the marketing mix. I'll tell you this. At some point, dahil nagsasawa sila, you need to make changes. It's either you modify the market, you need to expand the market, or modify the product para may abangan sila. 'Di ba? You need to excite them because yun nga, as part of the theory in economics, you need that ever-changing strategies na you get them satisfied, no? In so many times, no? In a timely manner, I'm sorry. No? Para hindi rin sila umalis. Remember, marketing is also retention. No? Kasi nasa maturity stage ka na eh. Ito, dito madalas nagkakaayawan na. Even in relationships. No? Nagsasawa sila dun sa product. Nagsasawa dun sila sa relationship. No? That's why they switch brands. They switch up on different company offerings o market offerings. No? Dahil mature na yung stage. Parang ano eh. Parang ganito. Yung bubble gum. No? Pag wala nang lasa yung bubble gum, itatapon mo na lang. 'Di ba? You don't stay there. No, there's no excitement, wala nang lasa, no? So you need to you as marketing manager, strategic marketing manager as well, that you need to think about modifying the market or modifying the product in particular or giving twist in your marketing mix, no? So outside the strategies of your product, nandiyan yung price, nandiyan yung place, nandiyan yung promotion and the likes. Okay, so on maturity stage of the PLC, when you modify your market, you increase the consumption of the current product. So in-expand mo yung market. Look for new users and market segments. Baka may potential pa yan na ma-reach na ibang tao. Or reposition of the brand to appeal to a larger, faster-growing segment. And look for ways to increase usage among present customers. Sorry. Okay? That's when we do modification ng market. So, yung dating binebentahan mo, baka meron pang pwedeng bentahan outside. You're expanding the market. So, you modify the product, changing characteristics such as quality, features, or style to attract new users and to inspire more usage. It is used by different companies right now in the technology industry. No, look at that. Every time, every quarter, meron tayong mga bagong products that introduce new features. No, because matured yung market. Bibili pa ba? Do you have that cellphone? Tapos, you get to think about it. Bakit yung iba, nagpapalit pa ng phone eh, okay pa naman yung phone nila. No? Because there are modified products na nag-fit. Remember, as part of the retention strategy, you need to keep them satisfied. No? Okay? So, how? You improve the durability, reliability, the speed, or the taste. No? Improve styling and attractiveness and add new features. No? That adds up to the satisfaction. And modifying the marketing mix improves sales by changing one or more marketing mixes. So you might consider cutting price or consider bundling products, no? Pagsamahin mo. Launch a better ad campaign para ma-recall ka, no? That's part of the marketing mix. Now move into a new market channel. So baka hindi nagiging effective, hindi na naibebenta yan sa physical market, online na tayo ngayon. So that's part of the making strategies. Look at that. The most stress present there is at the maturity stage. There is turbulence. There's gravity pulling you down kung nasa taas ka. That's the challenge on being number one. Diba? I remember one of the movies of Sarah Geronimo and John Lloyd. Number one gets the best. Number two gets the rest. No? You don't want to get the rest. No? The challenge of marketers is to be the best and to get the best of the market. No? Then, eto nga, when we fail to maintain that, we go now to what we call decline. That's the other side of the mountain, sabi nga. No? So, you do declining of the market share, the sales, low cost per customer, of course, dahil nga napatag mo na yung cost. But declining profits na tayo. No? Laggards are late switcher. Yung mga ngayon pa lang lilipat. Ngayon pa lang nare-realize. And of course, declining na yung market. No? Baka it's not just the product life cycle but also the market life cycle talagang uh, nababawasan na yung market dyan. Especially on right now, no? Technological era na tayo. The marketing objective is to reduce expenditure and get the most out of it. That's meant by milking the brand. Ano pang pwede mong makuha? So, some point at the declining stage, yung iba, they get to sell yung mga hindi naibenta, no? Or benefit from yung mga hindi na naibenta. If you remember, I think ulitin ko, I think this is the strategy of iPhone when they released the iPhone first, the iPhone SE. No? Of course, they have that machineries and also the materials dahil nga kahayon ng iPhone 5 and iPhone 5 SE. Sorry, iPhone 5 5S, sorry. Then when they release iPhone SE, it's the same material, magkaiba lang yung chip or what they call that processor, no? So parang ginatasan nila, no? Ginatasan nila yung available resources nila in the product. Nag-modify sila ng konti. Oy, baka may appeal pa to. Anyway, it's still iPhone, no? And it's still luxurious to think about you own a iPhone and metal build and the likes. So, nakakuha pa sila ng market doon. You need to think about it. No? So, the decline stage is the strategy is to phase out weak items. Yung mga wala talagang benta, tanggalin na. You remember what when we call downsizing kasi that we also need to include to 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 consider costs, no? Tulad nun yung pasahod sa empleyado, or you need to cut the price. That's why many of the companies are doing clearance sale, no? Para may benta pa rin yan. All must go ang sabi nga, no? Nike is doing that in their factory outlets, no? To cut the price, no? Actually, hinihintay ko. Okay, so distribution is go selective, phase out unprofitable outlets, tanggalin na yung mga hindi talaga kumikita. And that's because it's declining. And advertising is to reduce to the level of needed retain hardcore loyals. No? And of course, you just need to advertise the price kasi it will ring a bell for other people. No? Pa-down na yun, pero whenever it is still quality, no? Wala masyadong bumibili. All must go. Ay, bili tayo. Clearance sale sa ganyan. No? Okay? So, ano iniwasan ng declining stage? At the part of the promotion, you need to reduce to minimal levels. At the very least, para lang may benta yan. Those are the things that they need to consider. So also, you must consider product decisions and social responsibility. When you make products, you consider public policy issues, regulations regarding acquiring or dropping products, and patent protection, product quality and safety, and warranties. No? So outside of the mismong product na yon, you consider value-added services and also the total experience, as well as you follow the law in relation to the creation and selling of your product. And international product and service marketing is you may opt to determine which product and services to introduce in which country, no? So ito goes uh, it's that going outside of your market, wherein outside of that market, dahil pa decline na yan, hanap ka ng iba, 'di ba? Sabi nga na Leron Sinta, whenever things fail, baka maging effective yan sa ibang lugar, 'di ba? We have a success story na hindi naging effective sa isang bagay pero naging successful sa iba. No, Walt Disney, Starbucks, no? Hindi naging appealing sa mga unang try, pero um, ngayon naging because they went to other markets, no? I'll tell you this, if you have good intentions, tapos things aren't still not going into your favors, mali lang yung taong kausap mo. Darating din yung tao talaga na magiging maayos yung relationship mo. That's the consideration. Hindi kasi siya yung tamang taong, sabi nga, no? So if you're finding prospect people, don't stop, no? That's the consideration. Whenever people cease to purchase your product, baka merong ibang mga tao na willing bumili na ibang produkto, hindi mo nga lang nare-reach in terms of your marketing mixes and particularly advertising and sales promotion strategies. So packaging presents new challenges for international marketers because there are pertinent laws in packaging, as mentioned in our chapter 7, and many service business are global. That's an opportunity because right now we are getting borderless, and we have what we call the international trade, no? IBT, international business, uh, that our doors are open. It's because of globalization in your GE3, general education in the subject contemporary world. It is mentioned there that because of globalization, we have open doors, especially in the trade, and we get goods na wala tayong kakayang makapag-produce, not and in this marketing management subject, we get to do the vice versa, wherein there's an opportunity outside. Kung wala ka ng market dito, or limited na yan, you search for other market. And that's the BCG growth matrix, if you remember. You expand or change market, no? Kung hindi ka na na-appreciate, what you do next, di ba? No? What do you do next? Okay, so by the way, as a disclaimer, this slideshow is not mine. It's owned by Pearson Education Incorporated, publishing as a Prentice Hall. No, and I just tried to discuss this content as part of our lesson. Okay, with that, thank you for tuning in. I see you on to the next one. I hope that you learned, and I hope that you enjoyed this discussion. Thank you very much, and see you on to the next one.